welcome back to my channel. So it's a bit of a different video today because I've been doing some baking, which is not something I do too often. I'm just one of those people that tends to cook a lot more than I bake. But today I've decided to make some cheese scones, which are basically one of my favourite foods like in the world. Toasted cheese scone, butter and tomato soup. That's like my go-to poorly lunch, like when I don't feel very well, or if I've got a cold, or coming in from like a really cold windy day. The recipe I've used was so simple to follow, and even I couldn't mess it up really. I managed to make them come out perfect. They had their little air pockets in and everything. And I also made some white chocolate blondies, which, having 3 sons, they were very well received. Again, really simple to do, didn't take me very long. They didn't last very long either, but I will make sure that I leave both recipes in the description box if you want to go and have a look at those. As always, I've changed them slightly because I never really follow a recipe to the letter. But let's go and have a look at how I did it. So I am very excited about this section of the vlog. It is very kindly sponsored by the people over at Cusimax, and they have sent me a stand mixer. I've never owned a stand mixer in my life, and I'm very excited to finally have one. It comes with 3 different attachments. You've got a dough hook, an egg whisk and a mixing beater, so you can make bread, you can make cakes. I just cannot wait to use it. I've gone for black because most of my microwave and my air fryer is black. I'm just so excited because I've never had one. It has suction cup feet, which I didn't realise till I put it on the surface and tried to move it. But yeah, it's not going anywhere because it's actually suctioned to the surface. So it's variable speed. You've got minimum, midi and max speed, so you can change your speed depending on what you're mixing. Like I said, I've never had one, so I'm really excited to try it out. If you press this button, which Oscar's absolutely thrilled with showing me, it lifts up. You can really easily remove your different like appliances for mixing. Steve, if you follow my channel, you'll know that my husband Steve absolutely loves making bread, and he can't wait to get into it as well, but I'm not letting him use it till I've had a go. So you also get this splatter guard that comes with it, and obviously it just stops things going everywhere. I suppose you don't have to have it on, but knowing my luck, it will fly all over the kitchen if not. And it's also got this little like opening so that you don't have to take the splatter guard off. You can just pop stuff in as you're mixing. So I'm really excited to show you how this works and see how it works myself, because I haven't used it yet. Obviously you can take your bowl on and off so that you can wash it and things, and that's it. I'm just really looking forward to finally having one. Today I'm going to be making some white chocolate blondies and some cheese scones. So I asked on here a few weeks ago about cheese scone recipes, and I'm gonna make some cheese scones. I'm really excited. They're probably one of my favorite foods. So the mixer comes in black, which is the color I've chosen. They also do a really nice vibrant red. I will leave all the details in the description box down below, but if you order one before the 5th of December using my code that will be in the description box, you will get 20% off. And originally these are £102.99p, but if you use my 20% off discount, you will get yours for £82.39. So if you're looking for a perfect Christmas gift for someone or somebody who loves cooking, then this is a really good option. So everything will be linked in the description box for you. Make sure to go and check it out and use the code to get yourself a discount. Alright, so I've got all my ingredients here. The recipe I'm using makes 12 apparently. So I've got 500 grams of plain flour, I've got 2 eggs, I've got 33 grams of baking powder, I've got 200 grams of this vintage Red Fox cheddar. It says use mature cheddar. I absolutely love this one. It's just really nice. It says it's nutty and rich. I get this in Lidl. I've actually grated the whole 200 grams because I figured a little bit extra doesn't hurt, and I can save some to sprinkle on the top. I've got 75 grams of butter at room temperature. I've also got 225 ml of milk, and according to this I've preheated my oven to 220 degrees. I've got a tray ready over there to put some baking paper on, and it says apart from the cheese, put everything into the mixer and mix it on a medium speed for 2 minutes. Then we add the grated cheese and mix gently, and then that's basically it. So I'm going to put everything bar the cheese into the mixer. I'm going to use this one, which I believe is called a flat mixer, and I'm going to do it for 2 minutes, then add my cheese, do it a little bit longer and roll them out. So I've never made cheese scones. Well, I probably have with my mum like years ago, I can't remember. So let's see how this works. Alright, so first things first, I'm just going to pop my paddle in. It literally just slots on and twists into place like that. Then I'm going to add everything apart from my cheese into my bowl. So I'm going to pop it on and you just twist it forward to lock. I'm just going to slot my paddle in. Right, so I'm just going to start it off low. So after a couple of minutes on low, this is what it looks like. I didn't bother to put the splatter guard on because it's not a splatter mixture, if you see what I mean. It's quite thick. So what I'm going to do now is add in the majority of my cheese. I'm going to save some to put on the top and give it another mix. So quick, I haven't had to do anything by hand so far. So yeah, so far so good. Put my cheese in and then I'm going to roll them out. I think it says I've got to pop them in the fridge. So while those are in the fridge, I'll start on my Blondie mixture. I'm going to add the majority of the cheese. I'm going to save a little bit. 12, yeah, that'll do. That'll do. We'll put that in. I might also put a teaspoon of mustard powder, but I don't want to ruin it. I would if I was using my own recipe. No, I think I'll leave it as it is. I'll leave well alone. So I've floured my work surface and I'm going to roll out my dough. I'm going to take the hook off. I seem to have thrown away my cookie cutter, so I'm actually going to use a glass because I don't have anything to cut them out with. So I could do with investing in some more, what are they called, cookie cutters? I think so. No idea if this is going to work or not. But it was so quick and easy. That's why I don't do baking, because it just takes so long to do everything. So I might do a bit more if this works out well. I'm just going to roll it to about 3 centimetres. Right, so I'm just going to use my glass because I'd say that's about the right size. I don't know if these are actually a bit thin. I don't know. Are they too thin? Oh, I don't know. I'm going to go with it. Let's just put them straight onto the tray. We'll see. I'm going to make a little bit of an egg and milk wash, brush them, put them in the fridge. Then it says add the cheese, then it says brush them again, then add some cheese. So we'll do that. We'll make up a little mixture, brush these, and then clear up. Right, so I've sprinkled my scones with the remaining cheese. Hopefully that's a big enough gap. I've got another tray as well to go in. It does say be careful not to get the egg wash down the sides or they won't rise properly, so I've tried not to. I'm going to put them in for 15 minutes and then if they come out clean on a skewer, so if you put a skewer in and it comes out dry, they're done. If not, it says another 4 minutes or so. So let's see what happens. So as you can see, the cheese scones came out amazingly. They were really light and fluffy. You could break them open easily, which apparently is a thing. They're supposed to be easier to break than bread, but not crumbly like a biscuit. So that definitely is how mine came out. Using cold butter is also a must because as it melts, it leaves like the little air pockets in the scones, and that's what gives it that nice airy texture. We served ours with some real butter and some chili jam, and I've also had a couple with tomato soup because it's just my favourite thing. I was really pleased with it and I'm definitely going to make more. I'm actually going to try and make some fruit ones next time as well. Right, so on to our blondies, and the ingredients are 226 grams of butter. That's going to be melted, that's unsalted butter. We need 250 grams of brown sugar, 100 grams of normal sugar. I need 2 large eggs plus 1 egg yolk, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 285 grams of plain flour, 2 teaspoons of corn flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, which I haven't got out of the cupboard yet, and it says 115 grams of white chocolate chips, so I've got chocolate buttons, I've got 120 grams in here, and it also says a cup of chopped walnuts. I've got some pecan nuts, but I think I might just leave these with the chocolate and leave the nuts out of them in case I want to put them in the boys' lunch boxes, because then they can take them to school, because they're not allowed to take nuts into school. So the first thing I'm going to do is melt my butter. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do for my blondies is add my melted butter and my sugar into my bowl. My white sugar and my brown sugar. And it says mix well. I'm going to use my balloon whisk to mix this. Put it up, turn it round. So I'm going to pop my bowl on and let it whisk. Right, so now into there, I'm going to add my 2 eggs and my egg yolk. And also my vanilla extract. So we want 2 teaspoons of this. And then we're just going to shut that and turn it on and let that combine.
This feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona.
Right, so into our flour now. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of corn flour. We're going to put half a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to give that a rough mix together. Right, so I've added my flour and I'm now going to mix them together. And if you need to add anything else, you can just open your little slot. Right, so is my mixture all done? It literally took seconds. It's just so good. I can see myself making so many different things. So that's 2 of the attachments used. What I'm going to do now, you actually get this spatula in with your box as well, so that's really handy because I don't have one of these. I'm going to add in my white chocolate buttons. Just crush the bag with my hand. I'm not going to worry about like really chopping them up because they're going to melt in there anyway. So I'm just going to sprinkle them in and fold them through. And then I'm going to pop this into my baking tray. This is now going to go in the oven on 175 degrees for around 25 minutes or until we stick a skewer in and it comes out clean. The blondies, I mean, what can I say? They're sugar, they're white chocolate, they're gooey, and they're really, really unhealthy. So they're going to taste amazing, aren't they? You can see the white chocolate running through them. They're just sticky and nice. And my youngest has had one, my oldest had one. I've given one to my mum. I made quite a lot really with that recipe. I will leave both these recipes down below. I haven't followed them to a T. I have like made my own substitutions, but I'll leave them in the description box. I will also leave all the details for the Cusimax mixer down below as well. So that is it for this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I really enjoyed making it. It was something different for me. If you're not already subscribed, please make sure to go and do so. Check out all the links to the stand mixer in the description box and make sure you use the code to get a discount. And I'll be back really, really soon with another video. Take care, guys.